Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Akil, and I managed to finish watching Hunter x Hunter season 2, guys. And unfortunately, I did not like the season as much as I did season 1, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. So, basically, season 2 takes place right after the events of where season 1 left off, or should I say the first arc, which was the Hunter exam arc. This season is called the Heavens Arena arc, as the title also suggests, and it's basically another fighting tournament arc, basically like Yu Hakusho season 2 and the tournament saga for DBZ and Dragon Ball, stuff like that, basically. Yeah, and it's another tournament arc, and there's fighting, and Hisoka's there, and yeah, it's very different to the first season, not just in terms of length, which it is like definitely significantly shorter, but still like it feels different. However, like I said, I did not like this as much as season 1, the first talk, and I'll get more into that in the negatives. But in terms of like the characters, it's basically just Gon and Killua, basically. Yeah, Hisoka's there. There's Mr. Wing, that small boy, I forgot his name, the other boy, the other kid as well, and some other characters as well. And you do learn a bit about a certain character towards the end of the arc in the last two episodes, but that's all I'll say about that. Now, in terms of the things I did like about this arc, I thought the action was definitely better than season 1. I mean, for starters, season 1 didn't really have that much action, and when they did have action, it wasn't like as hard hitting, as impactful. But there, in season 2, or this arc particularly, the action was definitely better. It definitely stood out to me more, and the final fight in this arc was definitely kind of worth it. I would say it was definitely cool to see. And then another thing I did like was Gon and Hisoka's dynamic. There's a weird aspect to it I won't really get into, but it's kind of weird, but that's all I'll say about that. But Gon and Hisoka's dynamic, the more they have screen time, it's like, wow, like, where's this gonna go, you know? And then finally, for positives, I did kind of like the last two episodes, even though they were just kind of thrown in there for the sake of it. But here it actually kind of works, I would say. And it's a nice lead into the next arc, even though I don't want to say the name in case, it kind of ruins it, whatever. But I don't know like how that arc, the name of the arc ties into what's really going to happen after where season 2 or this arc left off, basically. But now getting into the things I didn't like, there wasn't really like a clear story this arc. It was just like, okay, cool, fighting tournament, basically. At least season 1 had that interesting plot of going through the Hunter Zam, all the trials and all that. I mean, there kind of was a story learning about Ren and all that stuff, but season 2 was just straight up tournament. It didn't have a stronger plot and narrative compared to season 1. I feel like another thing is that there were some pacing issues I really felt. There were some parts that I was just really not into. And another thing also, there was a lot of like things thrown our way, like a lot of exposition about learning this technique, learning that technique. And it was cool and all that, but if you watch something like DBZ or maybe even like Yu Hakusho, like they tell you like how the characters are going to find order, but here it's like there's so much to absorb. I feel like it can be a bit overwhelming in my opinion, but that's just me. That's just how I felt. But guys, that's really it. That's all I have to say. I know this was a quick one because funny enough, I actually recorded it just then, and this my brother called me, so this is my second take doing it. So there's that. That's why I'm speeding things up a little bit, so I'm not here all day messing up these recordings. But anyway, Hunter x Hunter season 2 is really good. I almost said Yu Hakusho season 2. Whoops. Hunter x Hunter season 2 is good. It's not as good as season 1. And so for that reason, I'm going to give Hunter x Hunter season 2 a 7 out of 10. Season 1's like maybe kind of a 7.5. I don't know. But this is still a good solid season and solid show. But just not as hard hitting as the first season, in my opinion. But I'm curious to see where the rest of the show goes. It is sad and unfortunate that I'm not loving this show, but we'll see. There's still 4 more arcs and we're not even halfway, so it kind of feels like we're just getting started. But guys, that's all I have to say for this. That's really all I have to say. There's not much else I can say without really spoiling stuff. But it's only 12 episodes. I mean, what really can I say, Not a lot of crazy stuff happens, but that's all I have to say for now, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this review. I don't know when season 3, my review for that will be out. I'll see what happens. But keep an eye out for that. And also check out my Fantastic Four review if you haven't already. But guys, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. My name's Akil, otherwise known as the Comic Director. And I'm signing out.